Hello, and welcome back to another interesting video of an Australian TV host apologizing to Adele for insulting her. Adele Laurie Blewett-Kins. How beautiful and sexy is that name? It resembles the beautiful work of this English songwriter and singer. She has made history in music with her remarkable music milestones. Having over 120 million record sales, she is a force to reckon with. From winning the Grammy Awards, Adele is not your ordinary artist. She bawls my eyes out every time I tune to her song. Have you heard her voice? The girl is blessed. Have you listened to the message in her songs? Pure soul vibes. Adele is talented. She has hit our headlines a few times and people just seem to want to pull her down. Even when she's winning and changing her style, people still feel the need to attack her. I can't stress just how annoyed I am with all these people trying to come at her. If you don't match her talent, just stick to your lane. After 6 years of waiting, 6 years of listening to her already heartfelt songs, Adele finally released her long-awaited album, 30. Let me just say that as soon as the news hit that she will be releasing this album, I made sure to restock my tissue supply. I bought handkerchiefs and hot chocolate. I was so ready to get down on the album. Yes, she makes me that crazy. When the day came, guys, I replayed that album like a million times. Also, is it just me, or was everyone else also dumped at the time of this album release? Well, I guess the universe needed me to fully commit emotionally to her songs. Unlike her previous albums, 30 was different. It wasn't your typical Adele has been heartbroken song. It was more personal for her, and that is why it is so annoying to hear someone insult her after producing such a masterpiece. About her album, this is what Adele said: "I've learned a lot of blistering truths about myself along the way. I shed many layers but also wrapped myself in new ones. Discovered genuinely useful and wholesome mentalities to lead with, and I feel like I finally found my feeling again. I'd go so far as to say that I've never felt more peaceful than my life. And so, I'm ready to finally put this album out." 30 was her super personal artwork. For once, she wasn't complaining of a failed relationship with a guy. She was changing the ways of her living. I mean, the babe is reported to have even reconciled with her dad. Being such a hot cake at the time, it is a golden opportunity for any TV to interview her, and most importantly for any reporter to have the honor to interview her. Australian TV host Matt Doran seems not to have figured this out. I don't see what other thing would describe his level of incompetence. Anyways, it looks like he got back to his senses. Matt Doran apologized to Adele on air after admitting he had not heard her recent album. On Morning Sunrise, Doran said, "This is a story that has sparked a torrent of abuse and mockery from around the world. And if I'm being honest with you, the bulk of this savagery I deserve and I totally own. I flew to London to interview Adele, an unspeakable privilege, and what was to be one of the highlights of my career. I made the terrible mistake of assuming we weren't to be given a preview copy of this album because our interview was airing before it was released, and Adele's album was the industry's most prized secret. The day after we landed in London, an email came through from Sony. It didn't mention Adele, but it did contain a link to her album. The genuine, dead set, hand-on-heart truth is that I missed it by an absurdly long margin, the most important email I've ever missed in my life. But all that doesn't matter, because by missing the album link, however, I might try to justify it. I've insulted Adele. To Adele, I say I'd never have knowingly disrespected you by deliberately not listening to your work. I am so sorry. I also apologize to Adele's Australian fans and to you, our viewers, who through my error have been denied this interview and the insight into her character." That, guys, was the apology given by the Australian TV host. Talk of damage control. To begin with, you don't come all chest out insulting a whole queen like Adele. It is unacceptable. I'm pretty sure the TV channel was so embarrassed by losing such an opportunity. I'm surprised the guy hasn't been fired. I mean, I get people make mistakes, but have you heard his statement? It sounds so scripted, no offense or whatever. When you are apologizing, number one, avoid starting with excuses. Remorse is what we are looking for, not your long list of why you did or did not. In my opinion, he should have begun with the words, "To Adele, I'm sorry for blah blah blah." From there, he can continue listing his excuses. Adele was obviously annoyed. What interviewer goes to interview a whole icon without doing his proper research as per the area of focus in the interview? I'll call it nothing but pure ignorance. I bet you he probably thought he'd get famous by tainting Adele negatively. Thank God the interview never saw light. It is rumored that Adele walked out of the interview at the time. So tell me, what are the chances that Adele will spare her time to listen to Doran's apology? Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for tuning in and sticking till the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications to get notified of every upload. Bye.